People ask me where I get all my energy from the stage to the studio and to my desk. I am the energy god, and you can be one too.
You're listening to Adeshokbe Live, the Afrobeats podcast.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to another edition of Adeshokbe Live, the official Afrobeats podcast, where we break down the hottest topics in the culture, and we have some superstars in the building to have a one-on-one chat with me. As always, this is brought to you by the Energy God Energy Drink. Drink and be yourself, be energized. That's the official Afrobeats energy drink. So make sure you go get that. And then shout outs to everybody supporting the culture, subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting. We love all of that. Please keep it coming. We need the platforms to get bigger so we can promote our own without having to rely on others. Now in the studios here at Afromedia Studios, I've got a special guest all the way from Lagos, Nigeria. He's one of the superstars really tearing up the internet, a successful actor, comedian, singer. My brother's getting a lot of money out here. Ladies and gentlemen, is the ever-present Josh2Funny.
See, this is the most amazing thing that has happened this year officially. I'm confessing it live.
Listen.
It's wonderful to be here. I mean,
you, man.
yeah, this show has done a whole lot for the culture, and I couldn't just wait to be a part of it.
Listen, it's
legend.
same for you. You guys, I don't even know where to start. I think especially with the pandemic, where everybody was focused solely on social media, the comedians, the content creators, your power, your stock rose, your creativity came and saved us during a time that we've never experienced before. First of all, Josh, let's take it a little bit back.
Yeah.
Who is Josh? Where you from? Tell me a little bit about you, bro.
Josh Alfred Chibike, Igbo boy from Anambra State. I was born in the village, in a little village called Awurumba, the government area, Awurumba North, Anambra State. Typical Nigerian Igbo boy. So, yeah, but I moved down to Lagos, my family, when I was 7. And, yeah, I was raised in Mushin, a place called Mushin, Lagos. So, I'm from the slum, the trenches.
That's where they come from.
Yeah, straight, yeah.
A lot of legends come from that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, yeah, from Mushin, I studied computer craft in college and studied photography. And
Talk to me about
I'm not a photographer.
talk to me about Mushin. Growing up in Mushin, what is the day-to-day like? What did you see as a young kid?
Okay, Mushin is reality. Mushin is Mushin just tells you that, hey, where you're going is far in life. Mushin is like the dirtiest of the dirty, in Nigeria. And growing up in Mushin, I just, it had to be intentional for me not to remain there. If you cannot, the area, the Mushin holds you back.
Too many challenges.
Swallow you. Yeah, the challenges, the way of life, the way it is, the system holds you back, doesn't let you do so much. So anybody that makes it out of Mushin has to be very intentional. You have to say, no, I don't want to be here. I don't belong here. So that mindset of I don't belong here was what actually gave me the urge to push out of there, because, man, trench is like ghetto. Ghetto.
You talked about, being born in Anambra State and then relocating to Lagos with the family. Yeah. Talk to me about your family, What was the family unit like? What was, what was that environment like for you?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, second child, and I'm from a very poor, I don't want to call it poor, humble family, humble background. My parents, both pastors. Okay, they were not pastors from the get-go, but they're very believers. Strong Christians. Yeah, so I have a good, strong Christian background. And, yeah, I mean, the family was always together, and they supported everything you wanted to do. Yeah, so when they moved, you don't have any choice. You have to move with the family. But, from that kind of family that dad didn't have money to send us to proper good schools, and So yeah, but he did well with his foundation. So I had very good educational foundation before it got broke. And yeah, man, it was tough life.
How did you discover? I know growing up, because I was born and raised in Ibadan. I went to an all boys secondary school, Loyola College, and in there, you're always, throwing jokes at friends, people taking, there were bullies you had to deal with. But how did, Josh navigate? How did you start to find out that maybe there was a little bit of an entertainer within this personality?
Okay, yeah. So I think I discovered myself in the confines of the church. Yeah, I'm a church boy. Yeah. So I started doing drama. In fact, from when I was like 8, 9, I was already doing drama. I had joined the drama group in church, playing baby roles. So yeah, I started, acting, doing little bit of entertainment, but comedy. Everybody always found me funny at home. I always find a way to not be serious.
Make people laugh.
Yeah. So, but I didn't know it could be a profession. I didn't know I could make money with comedy. So, but when I started finding out, okay, I started watching Basketball, I Could Die, and the likes.
So you studied those guys. You started watching them to see what these guys doing.
So I didn't like watch them intentionally because I wanted to be a comedian.
Yeah.
I just loved what
they were doing.
What they were doing. I was like, oh God, this thing makes me laugh, man. And people already see me as funny, but they make me laugh. Basketball every time. I'm like, man. So I always go to tell his jokes to my friends. You understand? So I go to school, I shine with Basketball's joke. I just hear this word. Nobody heard it, only me. I just hide, collect that one. I say, these guys, they will laugh. I say, they say, this guy is funny, man. Stole it. Yeah. So I think with that, I started discovering myself. I started having family members say, "Guy, you're funny. You would be a comedian." I started hearing that word comedian. I said, "Oh, okay, there's something like comedian." Yeah. So, but what I wanted to do was music. I love music.
No way.
So much. Yeah. I used to be a rapper. Yeah. I once was a dancer.
Wow.
But yeah, they told me that dance will make a lot of money for you. So it's not like now. Then dance doesn't.
Even now, dancers are still complaining.
Yeah, man. But
it's just a few.
Shout
out Pokoli, my brother.
Poco is balling.
Pokoli is balling.
So then dance was not really all that. So they told me, hey, this will not make. I used to be a stunt man. I used to do all the
backflip, suicide, all those
dead man, living man, Applejack. Well, I love that. So I realized that this with where I want to go in life. I started learning music production. So I used to produce.
Produce music.
Yeah, I produce music.
Self-taught or
self-taught? Yeah.
Wow.
I produced the early days of Oxlade in Mushin back in the day.
You're kidding.
Yeah. So I produced a whole lot of Terry Apala, the early days of Terry Apala. He came to my studio one time in Mushin.
No way.
Yeah, a whole lot. So I started doing music production. I started singing my own music, but nobody heard them. Only me and my friends.
They say that's how it starts.
I'm telling you, man. So I'm like, no, this one is not making money, man. I need money to push this one. I'm like, okay, this is my comedy stuff, man. I don't need money to push comedy. I mean, I just go in with myself. My fool. This is me. So yeah, I started doing comedy. So I first won one competition called Project Raw Talent Show in 2011. So
2011.
Yeah, I won the first comedy competition, and I was to be mentored for 1 year by Kofi Daguro. I don't know if you know Kofi.
I think I heard of
Yeah, the comedian with the tribal man. Yeah. So he mentored me for 1 year. 1 year turned to 5 years. We're like, no, I'm feeling your vibe. Stay around. So you
just became part of his crew.
Yeah, I became part of his crew, and he's a very versatile comedian. He sings, he acts, he does everything I do, so he could relate with what I am actually. So yeah, till 2016, I discovered Instagram. 2015 actually. So 2016, I did one video. My first ever video went viral.
What was that? What was that video?
So it was a mockery video. We were mocking Don Jazzy and Olamide's fight at the head.
I think I must have seen that video.
When DJ was there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I made a mockery of that video, and boom, it went. I'm like, okay, this is a good sign. Yeah, so I never stopped. I started doing some, and on the side, I always did this Igbo version of songs, popular music.
I've got to be honest with you. That, for me, is one of the most genius things I've ever seen. Where did that inspiration come from? Did you just wake up and think, listen, I'm going to make a mockery of my own tradition whilst the gospel side? What did you see?
So that is where the environment I grew up in. I grew up in a village, so
church.
I saw village church. I saw the way women come to scatter the song, and we worship. We still worship. But I'm like, be sanctified, O Lord. You are highly exhausted. Well, okay, man. We don't even know the meaning, so we're worshiping. So, man, I just got out all those things. I'm like, no, this is gonna be funny, and it was the real life. To us, but I know this real life is not real to everybody. It's funny to some people. So yeah, as I started doing it, and
things just
people
went
liked
fun.
it. Yeah,
Absolutely. I think one of the reasons why you and some of your colleagues and stuff really connect with not only people back home in Africa, but us in diaspora is because it reminds us of our childhood. We all have an auntie. That's every one of us has one. We have an auntie, we have an uncle. That's that. So when we see these characters, straight away, boom, it takes us back. Yeah. Now you've created a variety of characters. Before we even get to that, I saw in part of your bio that you also went to study photography.
Yeah.
So you went to school, computer science, doing all of that.
Yeah.
And then you also had the creative background of trying to produce music, trying to pursue comedy, but you decided to go and study photography.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that decision.
So I couldn't go to university. So I'm like, okay, I'm waiting around. Let me just learn something. So for 2 years, I started studying photography. I read books about lighting, photography. I had this somebody that put me through, so I was grounded. I was in photography. I'm a professional photographer, even though I'm not practicing. I never practiced.
Wow.
When I went to start practicing, I won the competition, and boom.
And that took you
my
on.
real love, yeah. So after I studied photography, I still went to study performance art.
Yes, I saw that as well.
Yeah.
Because you wanted to professionally sharpen your skill.
Yes. I studied performance art for like 6 months. It's a professional course I just did for 6 months. So with that, I felt I was ready. Yeah, it's just
a lot of times, especially where we're coming from, when we discover or stumble over talent that we have, be it a singer, be it a comedian, an actor, most people don't really think about going to professionally sharpening it.
Yeah. That is.
Why did you? That's a very unique thing.
Yeah. So when I started watching people in the industry, I could tell the difference between some people, the way they handle their art, and some other people. And sometimes when I watch interviews and people, when they speak, when they talk about what they do. Some people talk with so much confidence. They know, they are sure.
The information, they have it.
They have the information. They can speak and say, no, if we do this, it won't work. And some people, they just say, maybe, so they can't talk about the art. So, and I need to learn about the art and the act. Or you understand? So I found out, I started doing a lot of study. I started going on the web, searching, and I knew I had to go to school for it. Yeah, so that was why I felt it was needed, so that when I speak, some people can rely on what I say.
Yep.
Yeah, because it depends on where you see yourself, where you think you're going.
Facts.
I knew that where I'm going,
you have to be fully prepared.
I need foundation, so I had to build it. Yeah.
Listen, I was talking about the characters you created. Let's talk about the infamous audition videos. I'll be honest with you. The first couple of videos I saw, I believed it was real. And I know for a fact I'm not the only one.
Yeah, sure.
Like, listen, let me be honest, man. It's probably taking me like a whole year to know that this was an act. For the first couple of videos that kept popping up to me, this was real. This guy came on, my man's talking reckless, rapping fast. I'm like, are these people? And then, platforms in the UK that were media platforms, they were sharing the content.
Yeah, sure.
Talk to me about the audition character and just that whole series that you've created and the way you keep coming up with different auditions. How often do you do it?
Okay, I before I used to shoot 1 year, 1 season, like 13 episodes for 1 year. But now I started doing like three seasons a year because the demand
was crazy.
is high. I'm reaching out to so many people. So yeah, so when I started with Mama Felicia, when Mama Felicia broke out in 2016, 2017, so I started hearing side talks. It's not gonna last. This thing will soon die off. So and some people thought that was it for me, and I went to just prove a point that you guys have not seen anything. And so I went back to write that show. I wrote that show in 2017. I recorded it in 2017. It was nonsense. Poor camera, poor sound, but I still posted it because it's my money.
Spent your money, man.
And I don't even have the money that time, man.
In the media industry, we all get poor situations, but you just gotta share it, man.
Yeah, so I started posting it. Posted the first season, nobody cared about it. 2018, I recorded another one. I'm like, no, you guys, this thing is sweet. You can't tell me you people not see this one. So in 2018, that's when I recorded Oh My Guys Are Ballers. The one that had Oh My Guys Are Ballers.
Yeah.
2018, nobody cared about it.
No way.
That was where Aki Tupac and Aki Biggie, that was where it was. Nobody cared about it. In 2019,
yes.
20 people went back to pick it up, and 2019, Oh My Guys Are Ballers became a thing.
Wow.
And Bass Bills became a thing. It was from that same season. That season, I had almost 4, 5 of the episodes came out and blew up.
Wow. What did you learn from that? The fact that, first of all, the first season you created didn't catch on.
Yeah.
But you still believed in it to record again. Yeah. And even the second season didn't catch on until a year later. Yeah. What did that teach you?
I had posted another 2 seasons before they went back to the second season.
Wow.
So that has always been my life. I don't do things and expect results.
Instant results.
I believe in starting small. I believe that, if you have to go far, you have to start small. I so believe in starting. I'm not scared of crashing it and rearranging and starting my life again. That's how crazy my life is. I so believe that consistency is just it. So far you don't stop. When you want to end it, it's when you stop. If you stop it, end it. So far you keep going. One day, people will go back and remember. So it wasn't really difficult for me because I've built my whole career around it. I mean, I've been there since 2011. I've done a lot of shows in Stand Up Nigeria. I was on stage. Bumi David gave us, he was always giving us platform. I go there, I show myself. 2012, nobody's care. I'm still doing 2013, 2014, 15. It was 2016. They gave me.
There was a little.
Do you understand? There was a little sign. So I mean, all those years, I've done big things that I thought that
worked.
It would have worked, and they never worked, and I didn't stop. I just keep going. So yeah, I mean, consistency.
How much does your faith play in that?
I'm a man of faith. 100%, man. Yeah, I mean, I just believe that it will work. I just do it. Just do it. Faith.
Social media has now become an incredible tool that has made people like yourself superstars from your bedroom in Nigeria. Now You know, obviously you're out of Mushin now. We see you on the island.
straight.
We see the brand new cars.
Straight.
We see the lives. You're in the
Straight,
UK for
man.
2-3 days. The money is
Straight,
flashy. I
man.
see the watches. I see it all.
Straight, man. Straight, man. We're still looking for more. We're available for more.
But talk to me about now where, you know, the comedians, the skit makers, how fast and side by side you are with the musicians now that are doing. Afrobeats is doing incredibly well around the world. We see what that has done. You know, we wish that Nollywood too could probably move at the same pace Afrobeats is, but the skit makers have kind of come. You guys, it's almost like you bypassed Nollywood and just went and do your thing. What are your thoughts about the growth and the pace that you guys are going, and you guys are working with the artists too?
Yeah, so like the culture has really grown. So this skit thing is so amazing. How right in my face, I watch it like they very rapidly. It has grown, and it is not even stopping because Nigeria keep rolling out fresh talents every day. Like every day, you have to steadily be on your toes because somebody is out there warming up. Want to collect your jersey? You need to be on your toes. So, I mean, the only thing we just need is structure.
Facts.
Structure. That's what I think we lack. We don't see it as an industry yet. We probably think we're still joking. And so everybody's just getting money on their own. But I see a lot of things that will come out when we structure this industry, like make it a proper industry.
Put an organization behind it.
Yes, back it up. We will take as in
what areas, what kind of things would you like structure to help you with? Is it, you know, maybe an investment where people can go and find creative funds to help them develop?
Yeah. So already I have a platform and I'm still working on it, but this same structure is what is going to like project it very well. It's called Get Big. Get Big, what it does is just take young talents, you know,
put them
through, you know, give them every tool they need. Everything we didn't have. Just like when I told you my first season was so prepare them already so that when they're coming out strong already. They know what they're doing. So they start making money on time. Because what happened to us was that by we were 2-3 years into the game, we haven't even made 1 naira.
Before you saw a dollar.
We've not even made any money. So, and there is nothing that can be as frustrating as being famous and broke.
Talk that talk.
You're dead.
Finish.
You're dead. So,
God damn.
So if there's a way the structure can help young and upcoming talented,
Where they're just making a little something
their
to
head.
keep them motivated.
Yes. So I mean, that's just what.
Now that you know you're where you are, we now see a lot of skit makers now eventually switching hats, like bringing that music hat back on. Like, I actually used to be a musician. You used to be a producer. Are you stepping back into music? Are you going to start, you know, you were recording people like Oxlade, you know, are you going to be doing big things like that soon?
I'm so invested in my comedy right now. Comedy is not letting me go. But what I learned to do, what I tried as much as possible to do is to, you know, find a way to create comedy with my music. That's why we have like Brother Zacchaeus where I, you know, and I've had some few hits.
From that?
Yeah, from that.
Facts.
So and I know my fans want to keep enjoying my comedy and you know the way the Nigerian industry is. You can't just switch up on them. No.
Yeah, don't lose them.
No,
Don't lose them.
I'm telling you. So I'm behaving myself.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna keep dropping those funny songs, and they enjoy it. So give them what they enjoy, man. Give them their diet, and man, keep them bringing some small switches. Yeah.
We see now online because of the, you know, with social media, there's the gift and the curse. The blessing is the promotion and the money and the success it gives. The negative is that it promotes negativity among skit makers and comedians. what are your thoughts about now we're seeing, skip makers almost become gangsters overnight, threatening each other, saying, I've got more likes than you, I've got more comments than you. What are your thoughts about that?
Hey, man, it's I don't well, it comes from a place of branding. They need to learn. They need to learn that this whole thing, the comedy industry, the idea for comedy, we give joy.
It's love.
It's love. It's you're just there. You're an ice cream seller. They need to
Make
attach you,
people happy.
make people happy all the time. So all those negative vibes, a lot of people see chasing clouds is wild. Now everybody just want to be famous.
Disease.
They don't care what they're famous for. Some people don't even care. So being famous, you can come out and people are looking at you and they know you, but they don't like you. They don't know that. You can be famous and not liked and not loved. Yes. You can just be famous and say, okay, see him.
It's popular,
Yes,
but nobody
popular,
gives a damn
nobody
about.
yeah. So I would just implore them and just encourage them that try as much as possible to create love. Like, let's make the society very sweet, because all the people that I grew up with, as in the industry, the people on my level, like Lasisi Elenu, Brother Shaggy, a whole lot of them, you can see that there's no
time,
energy.
no
We're
time
cool
for
with
negative.
everybody.
Yeah.
I'm cool with Lively. I'm cool with Brother Shaggy. I'm cool with you might not see me in their videos. We might not do videos, but we
you
talk
guys
one way or the other. We talk.
still communicate.
I'm near Nedu. We're together. We are friends. But I mean, that is how the industry should be. You don't have to necessarily fight before people will hear your voice. Yeah. So, but they want the fame. They don't care what comes with it.
That's why people
you
do
need to
it.
have conscience and care about what comes with that fame. Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, you've come into the UK a couple of times. You've been to Dublin on your own show. You hosted the Black Bones show. You popped up there as well, did your thing. And now you're looking at your first headline show in London.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the decision to now go beyond social media and stand up in Nigeria to taking your craft on the road, like some of your colleagues, some of the senior guys like Basket Mouth and AY. Talk to me about that decision.
So yeah, Josh2Funny, all of me. That's the title of the show, the theme. Josh2Funny, all of me. I did the first one in Lagos, Eco Hotel, in 2020. The second one, Transcorp Hilton, Abuja, 2021. So 2022, I'm like, let's take it out. So we did Dublin. God's grace, was sold out. And so Dublin came because I think I needed to build strong. I still need to work on my UK people.
Absolutely.
You understand? So I need to be ready because this place is not a small place.
Yeah.
So man, it's something that is long overdue.
Absolutely.
Yeah. UK needed a show. I mean, man, people have been coming, guy, man, you need to come here. They love you, this place. And I need to say this, the community here, the African community here, you guys have done so well for us. You made things easy for us. People like you, man, I give you big kudos. You people hold strong the culture. Before it used to be very difficult.
Tough.
For
tough.
entertainers to travel and reach out.
Yep.
But you guys already set a very good foundation, good background. So when we come here and we're doing our thing, it's working out. You understand? Man. There's already a community you guys have formed, and Baba, you are doing big job. We need to talk about you very well.
I appreciate it. And one of the reasons why is exactly because of the energy you guys are creating, because we know how difficult it is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And for you guys to find time, funds, creativity to entertain the entire world. Today I was watching a podcast with Drink Champs, with Nori, and I think it was Michael Blankson. And a lot of people don't watch those things. I do. I watch it all the time. And because it's long, it's like 3 hours. And in the middle of that, about 2 hours in, Nori said something that completely shattered me. He said there was a skit he was watching online where this guy was eating food with his hands, and his friend tried to take his food, and the guy held his hand and started licking his hands.
Oh yeah,
that was
Apala.
Exactly. Yeah. And a lot of people would not know that Nori
Yeah.
is watching.
Wow.
He said it so well that he was laughing, that he thought it was so funny. And I'm like, this is 2.5 hours in. A lot of people don't know that you've actually touched the likes of Nori and the hip hop community.
Yeah.
That's how far you've gone.
Wow. I mean, that's the energy is just, we're doing it there. You guys are holding it down here. So everything just works out.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, that is why I'm like, no, let's bring the show to London. Josh2Funny, all of me is coming.
Is there a date?
London. Yeah, no date yet.
Yep.
No date yet. So
where are we going to be following?
We have to move. We had to move the date because of the elections in
Absolutely.
Nigeria.
Absolutely.
So
That's
very
a wise,
patriotic.
Yeah, that's a wise decision.
Yeah.
So where do we follow for information?
Yeah. You can watch this space.
Facts.
We're together.
We're together.
And at the same time, check I'm on Instagram, Josh2Funny, Josh2Funny. Yeah, Josh2Funny. So you can see, you will get the dates, you will get the updates, and we're going to be doing a lot of publicity.
Absolutely.
Make sure all the people that
Everybody's
loves me
touched.
see it. Yeah.
That's amazing. Like, we see on social media as well, we see the start of your relationship. We see how it's blossomed. It's become a family.
Yeah.
Your lady was actually one of the people that you use for your skits as well.
Normal soft. Everybody need to find this money. But it needs to be involved.
Initially, when you started, because a lot of the videos, we could tell that maybe she was just on her phone or she was sitting down.
Yeah.
You just drag her into it. Initially, was she comfortable with it, or was it something that she grew into?
Yeah, no, so she was comfortable. She's a Chris person like me. Yeah, so like people always say on social media, we really found ourselves. Yeah, so she was always down. So she knows that's where the money is coming from.
Support the business.
Yeah, so.
How important is it for people like yourself, creative, to have a partner that understands your career and is also willing to support the work?
Yeah, man, 2 is always better than 1.
True.
You understand? 2, we're always out number 1. So, for some people, they like to totally keep their family out of it, which is good. But if you're somebody like me that don't mind, get you a person like my wife
that understands the process.
it, because it's very important. Like, because you guys are going on a journey, and everybody has to be in sync. You understand? If one person doesn't know, like, if she doesn't understand that I'm a celebrity, she can remove me from my female fans. I know these people are very important.
That's another thing.
The female fans are very important to us. So,
I was just about to go there. Like, my father said there are a couple of types of guys that women like. He said the first one is the rich guy.
Yeah.
The second one is the good-looking guy.
Yeah.
The third one is the funny guy.
Yes, of course.
And then my father said, regardless of whether you're rich or good-looking, if you're funny, you're more than likely going to get girls.
Pass.
So how are you handling the female attention, even though, the whole situation is situated?
We just situate the situation. So yeah, I'm not about to. I love my female fans. I love them, and they love me very well, because so many times I meet men, and what they say, man, my wife loves you, my girlfriend loves you, and
they share the videos the most.
Yeah, man. Some of them have made their spouse, their boyfriends and husbands, believers of Josh2Funny.
Yes.
They don't even care about me because I'm a man, I'm their fellow man.
Yeah.
They just laugh and move on. Yeah. So I try as much as possible to make the fans happy and keep them fans.
Absolutely.
You understand?
That's amazing.
And some of them are my friends. We remain friends.
And since you started to live good and fly business class around the world, I see the videos on social media. I see you business class and all that. What has this change of life done to your family? What have you been able to do for your family from this
Sometimes when
upliftment
we're in the mood, we fly business class. Sometimes we're not in the mood, we just fly economy, because the money these days it can be expensive. So we just behave ourselves, respect ourselves by the economy. Yeah. So yeah, the family is proud. Is proud of me. They don't regret allowing me to do what I wanted to do, because my parents, they are pastors. They could have said, "Man, how can you be doing entertainment?" Yeah. Because of the way we think, you understand. They believe in in Africa. So, but they allowed me. They believed in me. They gave me all the support I needed, and so they're very proud of me. They love the fact that I've made and it has touched the family, of course.
Facts.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Listen, my brother, I'm a big fan of yours. Like I said, I'll definitely be supporting the show. All of me, Josh2Funny, will be sharing details on here on the Afrobeats podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the men that's really promoting our culture and doing incredible stuff around the world now in the UK. It is my special guest. Make some noise for Josh2Funny!